What are you craving in your authentic connections? So I had this insight today, and I realized maybe it's the full moon or something, but I realized some of the things that were triggering me in some of my relationships. And these are with people that I've, known for, well, one for a couple of years and one for even longer than that. And I realized, I thought, oh, well, they're good friends and everything. But number one, the one thing that I realized that I was allowing to be crossed was availability, that they weren't really seeming to be available for me. And, that is something obviously that was still needing to be healed because I was still, bringing it up in my environment. And still being triggered by that and feeling small and feeling unimportant. And yeah. And so that availability I realized was really important. I think it's a real basic in a relationship. And the second thing I realized I was really yearning for was depth. Not just like the surfacey kind of stuff, but I really want to be in a relationship where we're both sharing vulnerably and openly and honestly, and to really be sharing our joys and our pains and the whole human experience. So I realized that also in one of the relationships that I had, that again, it seemed like it had all the qualities that I wanted, but I realized there was this one thing that seemed to be really lacking, and that was the depth and that vulnerability. And I think the other thing that is really key for me, that was also a big trigger, was well, what I want in relationships is a non-judgmental, very spacious place where I feel safe, where people are being, compassionate and empathetic. And so, and that was another thing that over these last couple of years had been triggering me, where I felt like, I was being judged, or people were telling me what to do or what I needed. And so those three things were things that I realized that I needed, and those I wouldn't have really realized it unless it was a trigger. It was a trigger, and then, oh, I'm really needing that. I'm really needing people to be available for me and to tell me that, I'm important to them. And I'm really needing that, the depth and the vulnerability. And I'm really needing that spaciousness, that really compassionate, safe space to be in. So, I think we all, as human beings, we want to be seen. We want to have those deep connections. And it's so ironic or paradoxical that, we actually do the opposite. We try to cover up ourselves in order to be accepted. But then we end up in these kind of fake, kind of surfacey relationships. So it really takes courage to first of all, we'll find the right people to be with, and then to be open and to allow ourselves to be seen. And it can be scary, especially if we're used to the opposite, having, especially as highly sensitive people. I mean, I know you probably, grew up in a family that was giving you not what you needed. And I think no matter how awesome our parents were, they just weren't capable maybe of giving that to us. I think it's just part of the natural evolution of humankind. So, I hope that brought you some sort of insights or inspirations today. And I invite you to maybe think about what's triggering you in your relationships, and what does that tell you about what you're valuing and about what you really do want in your relationships. And be willing and have the bravery to let go of those relationships that aren't bringing you those things, because you are worthy. You are worthy. You are lovable, and you're capable of having deep, authentic, and intimate relationships. So please comment below, or like the video, or pass it on to a friend if you feel it might be helpful to them. And I'm Donna Schuster. I am an empowerment coach for highly sensitive women, and you can find me at boldnessblooming.com. I wish you many, many blessings on your journey. Thanks for watching.